Cancer. Hi, it's Finn. Welcome to Magic 7 Tarot, and this is your monthly forecast for May into June. How are you doing, Cancer? Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to do a Magic 7 Tarot spread for you. So if you want to just take a couple of deep breaths and focus on questions that are in your mind. You know, when we're dealing with tarot cards, we're dealing with messages that come from outside of the constraints of time. So it doesn't matter when you watch this and when you send your message or your question goes up into the astral planes, which are beyond time and space. And I ask the question for you and it gets shuffled up there, comes down to me here. Anyway, just take a couple of deep breaths. It's good to see you today. Thanks for joining me. Eternal Spirit, what is the forecast for Cancer for the next month? I desire to know the truth for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. If you don't know the difference between those, I have a video that explains it. You can have a look on my channel there. Eternal Spirit, forecast for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May into June. I desire to know the truth. I shuffle and cut the cards 3 times. I cut them into 3 piles. If one flies out, I just put it back in. That's my process. Eternal Spirit, forecast for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I desire to know the truth for Cancer. One more. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Okay. I hope you had a chance to relax, Cancer. Take a couple of deep breaths. Okay. 7 cards, past, present, future, what you need to control, the environment, what opposes you, and the final outcome of this question, this forecast. Of course, these are general readings, so I'm reading the energy generally. If you do want to go deep for yourself, I do offer private readings where I can answer a really specific question for you and have a look at your birth chart at the same time. I appreciate you joining me today. You know, I still have a pretty new channel, so everyone who joins me is really, I'm really grateful. So thanks again. Okay, in the past, we have a man. It's the King of Coins. So this is a person who is communicative, maybe a bit frenetic in their energy, someone who loves to talk, reliable, not all the time. They certainly say a lot, but you know, do they do everything that they say? Absolutely not. You might find yourself at odds with this person a bit because they don't really connect to an emotional response. They think. They're very thought driven. Okay. So this card is neither good nor bad. Now, it could be a part of yourself that maybe overthinks situations. I'll be able to tell that a little bit as I pull the rest of the cards. Okay. In the present, we have Arcanum 21, the Adept. This is a great card. This is like, so maybe you've met someone in the past and now it's like everything you've hoped for is coming true. This could be in relation to love. It could be in relation to work. Success. This is an incredibly great card. Okay. So if you know your own birth chart and know where your sun is, that's a place to look, which house your sun is in, because that's how this will kind of manifest. Perfection, goals attained, all of those things. So if you've been working hard on a goal like graduating university or high school even, or starting a new business venture, success is indicated. This is just, it doesn't get any better than that in terms of cards, okay? So if you don't know where your sun is in your birth chart, go ahead. There's a link in my channel description for astro.com, Astrodynast. You can get a free birth chart there. I don't get any cut out of what they do. I just use them. And so I'm encouraging you to know, you know, when I talk about your sun, which house does that influence in your birth chart? astrology is the golden key and the tarot is the intuitive silver key. And when we put them together, we have a really potent set of tools, right, that we can use to understand ourselves and our future. Um, I don't have anything negative to say about this card, okay? This is as good as it gets. Um, when you see the Sun card, it's like a realization of who you are, right? It's your true self starts to come to bear. And maybe, you were overthinking a situation in the past. That's past now. And now you start to really live through your authentic self. Authentic self is a great way of putting it, if I do say so myself, complimenting my own phrasings here. Okay, so let's see what the immediate future brings. Okay, a legacy. You're building something for the future, and it's going to be, in your own image. You're building something that you really love, and it's about you. And it could be, this could also be children, but mostly, I see this as about personal success and about building, the life you want based on your authentic self. And boy, this is super positive. Okay, I say that, but there are four more cards to draw, and so I don't want to get too carried away. In the past, if you've overthought a situation, now you're into authentic self, so you're not overthinking anymore. In the past, if there's a person who's been less than reliable, they're leading into now, you're leading into authentic stuff and then building something really for the future. If this is a partner, this is just someone you love to talk to. It's not negative in any way. There's nothing negative here. I'm just trying to spin out, when it's general, it's general. So I'm trying to give you different possibles. And certainly let me know what's happening with you in the comments. That really helps me understand how these are resonating for you. Okay, what do you need to control in this situation? Okay, so the 10 of coins reversed. Now, in the Brotherhood of Light Egyptian tarot that I use, a reverse card doesn't mean negative. It means maybe slower to come to realization or come to fruition. Now, in this case, the 10 of coins is about like financial gains and losses, like ups and downs. So, you might have a perfect vision for where you're going, and you might start to actualize it, but that doesn't mean it's all smooth sailing. I don't know what is in life. What just goes in a straight line and works out perfectly? I don't know. I've never experienced that. It's always some challenge, right? Otherwise, there wouldn't be any growth. And without growth, there's no, spiritual body. That's what we're doing here, right? We're building a spiritual response, so we have a spiritual body. And ups and downs, financial loss, financial gains. And so you're going to have to control that, right? Like control your spending. And when, you get a windfall, and it could be a windfall, don't spend it all at once, right? Simply put, like you got to understand that there's going to be ups and downs here, especially as it relates to money. And, whenever there's a coin, I think that that's not just capital, like folding money. It's also how we feel about ourselves, our self-worth. Okay, you should feel pretty great about yourself right now, and so don't let that diminish. Okay, there's a few bumps on the road here, and they seem to have to do with money or capital, and so don't let that get in the way of your vision, which is very strong. Okay, what does the environment give to you this month? Okay, another great card. The 7 of Cups. So this is like ideal affectional exchange, right? Someone you can really be in love with. And if this is a person in the past that you've met, maybe that's how it is. You've met someone, your dreams are coming true, you're going to build a legacy. To get there, you're going to have some ups and downs, but this is like a successful change of home. So are you moving in with this person or getting married? Success with children, affection, okay? What's the negative part about this? Fantasy. Okay. So it's important to have, visions of what you want to achieve in life. And it's important to also recognize that some things are fantasies. Okay. So just have some balance. This is really positive. Okay. What opposes you? The Three of Coins reversed. Okay. So the traditional reading of this is like a marriage for money. Okay. So, uh, maybe this person is bringing their bags of money with them, and this is giving you this great moment where you feel like, wow, all my problems are solved. And the environment is saying love, and maybe you're just concerned that you're getting involved just because the person is very stable, or so you're not. I mean, that's what I'm going to say. There's love here. Okay, there's affection. Your affections are met. Okay, so don't focus on the money. Okay, that's going to come. There's money here. It's going to be ups and downs, right? And so when it's down, you stick with the good feelings. Don't worry about the down. Okay, it'll come back. And how does this play out in the rest of the month? Okay, so the Ace of Swords reversed. So this is like a negative thinking. Okay, so I'm going to say this, Cancer, that you know everything that you want can come true. Okay, you're setting the stage for that to happen. And if you let the ups and downs and maybe the judgments of others or your own self-doubt, right? It's almost like this could lead to some kind of self-doubt. Am I doing things for the right reasons? Do they really love me? Or, okay, I think that they do, right? I think you're doing things for the right reasons. And if, this might not have to do with love. I mean, could easily have to do with business, right? It has to do with self-actualization. So the more you're authentic to yourself, the more success is indicated here. And you're building something for the future. That's indicated here. Okay? Don't let the doubts get in the way. Don't let negative thinking, and Cancer, let's be honest, sometimes you can get a bit down on yourself. Okay? So please don't do that. Okay? Um, and this also could be like some effort, right? This is also effort. It's negative thinking. It's like depression. I don't see any reason why you would be depressed. Okay, so don't make one up. Right? I mean, in a sense, this could kind of like let your imagination get away with you. Okay, so don't let that happen. Right? Stay focused on the good. Stay focused on your authentic self. Okay, that's where the success lies here. Okay, we're going to do a couple more cards to get some clarity here, Cancer. I'm not worried for you. You know what this is? The great thing about reading tarot cards is that if you change your mind or you take into account some of the things that I'm saying today, there doesn't have to be anything negative here. Okay? It could be, full on positive. But there are ups and downs, and if you expect it to just be smooth sailing, it might bum you out. Okay, so don't have that expectation. It's unrealistic expectations. Stick with the authentic you. Okay, all right. Eternal Spirit, what archetype can we give to Cancer to help them maximize the successful potential of this reading? What help them make this next month the best for themselves, people involved, the world, and the universe? I desire to know the truth for Cancer. Sun, moon, and rising for the next month. What archetype can they use to stay on course and not lose sight of who they are? I desire to know the truth. I mean, you could be subsumed by someone else's personality, right? Don't let someone else dictate who you are. This is you. It's not you and someone, okay? Okay? I'm listening. Okay. Okay. Cancer. Archetype for Cancer for the next month. I desire to know the truth for Cancer. Okay, what did we get? The Destroyer. Oh my goodness. That doesn't sound like you, Cancer, but this is an interesting one. Okay. I mean, it could relate to this energy a bit. Okay, let's read it. The great thing about archetypes is that, you can drop in these archetypes as the month goes on. And maybe you need a bit of destroyer energy. That's what Spirit is saying, something to shore up your vision, right? Keep your vision alive and not be buffeted by the this and the that. Let me read what it says and we'll get some clarity. The destroyer, the final of the three archetypes in the trio of existence, has necessary yet painful work to do in the world. Culturally, we have an aversion to endings and we hang on to permanence as a signifier of success. Yet the destroyer pulls the rug out from underneath relationships, jobs, homes, all forms of security. It's the part of us that wants things to end. Its painful orientation is to uncover our true purpose. So the more you're focused on this, the less pain there will be. The destroyer does not let us linger long in comforts. Okay. Right. So again, ups and downs, right? There's going to be ups and downs. You got to accept that. As it knows not much happens in that realm, with its piercing eyes, it seeks out stagnancy from a distance, and the rest becomes history. In the old myths, this is the moment when heads begin to roll, the ground opens up, and castles crumble. Hold on for the ride. The destroyer has arrived. So it says swift and precise blows that redirect our life. I mean, you are coming into yourself, and this energy is going to, be different. And these are blows, okay? These are things that are going to happen to test your resolve about what you see for yourself, what your vision is for yourself, what legacy do you want to leave behind, okay? What do you want to build for yourself? It's challenging, but there's nothing but positive stuff here. The only thing that's negative in my mind is how it potentially could resolve. And that is you feeling a bit bummed out. And, if you have to leave things behind, it could be a change of home. This could be a relationship that's already ended. Just try to stay positive. Even there's an old surfer who used to say, flow with the bummers, right? Okay, Cancer, flow with the bummers. You don't have to hold on to them. Don't hold on to the things that are bumming you out. Just go with it, okay? Okay, we'll do one more card, give you some inspiration. Eternal Spirit, what card can we, how can we inspire Cancer to be their true self this month? Because that's what's indicated. How could they be their true self and manifest only the best for themselves, the world, and the universe? I desire to know the truth for Cancer. One more time. What inspiration can we offer Cancer Spirit to help them on their journey this month? The journey to themselves, right? Coming into being. That's what's indicated. I desire to know the truth for Cancer. And protection. Cancer, it's going to be okay. Even the bad parts are going to be okay. You're protected. Okay, let's read that. One of the most potent signs on the sacred landscape is the ancient oak. It carries numerous meanings. You are protected. You can weather anything. These ups and downs are just that, ups and downs, and then back up again, right? Your roots go deep. You're brave. You can survive anything. Stand strong. You carry the energy of a leader. And you have great authority in life. Great wisdom is expanding within you, and others sense this. This card can also mean to protect your assets. Okay. I'm gonna pick this card up. Protect your assets, because this, is someone else marrying you for your money? Be careful of that if that's the case. Make sure, because there is love, but, people are tempted, right? This card's this card can also mean to protect your assets, take care to guard and protect your home, your loved ones, and yourself. Cancer, the universe is watching out for you this month. And you're coming into being. You're coming into being yourself. Okay? The ups and downs will buffet you a bit, but you're protected. Protect yourself and don't think negative thoughts, okay? Okay? I think this is a really exciting time for you, Cancer, and I'm interested to hear how it turns out, so let me know. Thanks for listening today. Peace, Cancer. I love you.